You should call the company before you send your application, and here is why. I am your career coach Diana, and today I will take you through 3 reasons why you should call before you send your application material to the company, because this will give you a big advantage compared to the other people who apply for the same jobs that you are applying for. This is of course based on Danish conditions, where it is more normal to call the company. The companies even often put their phone number in the job posting. Reason number 1. Is the job really something for you? You might think, but Diana, I can see that from the job posting. They have everything listed, that these are the tasks and these are the requirements that they are looking for, or that they expect me to live up to. So I can see based on that if the job is for me or not. But the thing is that sometimes the companies, for one, they can reuse the job ad. So maybe they're looking for something similar to someone they've hired prior. And then they're just thinking, instead of having to write the whole ad again, we're just reusing the one we already have. But the thing here is that might not be exactly what they're looking for. So by calling, you already have an advantage to other people who are applying for this position. Also, you might have misunderstood some of the things in the posting, or they might have formulated themselves really badly in the posting. So by calling, you can get these things cleared up so that now you know if this job is for you or not. And it's actually okay to not apply. So if you call and you are like, I don't really feel the vibe here. It was a fine conversation, but I don't feel like this is for me. Then don't apply. Then you're not wasting anybody's time, especially your own, because there's lots of applications to be written, so focus on them instead. Reason number 2 for you to call the company before you send your material is to get information. When you call and ask the right questions, you are gonna have a way better starting point for writing your material. So both editing your CV so it matches the position, because always adjust your CV for the current position you're applying for, but also for your cover letter. You can make it so much more direct towards the specific position and give yourself a huge advantage when applying for this, when you have all of this knowledge you can get from calling the company. So having really good questions ready before you call, and then asking them with an interest in the company, in the position, then you're gonna get great information. And it's important that these questions are not, oh, what's the salary? Or do I get a better chair? Or focused on you. It should be focused on showing through your questions that you're really interested in the position and the company. So this is all about giving a good impression and not showing the company that you are annoying. The third reason to call is to leave a great impression with the manager or whoever it is that you're speaking to. One of the mistakes I often see with people calling is that they just call and pitch themselves. They call and they have focus on themselves. By the way, this is the same mistake I see in the written material. It's all about me. Instead of it being with focus on the company and the position that you're applying for and how you can create value in that position with your background, with your experience, but it's so important that you focus on how you create value. That's also why no pitching. You're not calling to pitch yourself. You're leaving a great impression with them based on your questions and your eagerness to want to know more about the company and the position. There's one time where it's okay for you to pitch yourself in these types of calls. I will let you know in just 1 second. I just wanted to tell you that I would love to know if you've been calling the companies and what questions were good and what did not give a really good response for you. Let me know in the comments. That would be really fun to kind of inspire each other to get some great questions and maybe some not so good questions as well. So the one time that it's okay for you to pitch, that is if they ask. If you have asked some very good questions, they might be so interested in you that they're gonna ask about you. And this is when it's good to be prepared with maybe not a pitch, but at least be prepared to be able to tell them something about yourself. Keep in mind, again, in relation to what you're calling about, in relation to the job, in relation to the company. So they're not asking, oh, I have a dog, or I'm married, I have 3 kids, and one of them tends to be sick all the time, or whatever. They are asking, who are you in terms of this job, in terms of the company? So that's what you want to pitch. That's the thing you want to rehearse before you actually call them, is who are you in terms of this company? And don't say, oh, in terms of X company, I'm this and this and this. It should be more natural, of course. So rehearse it, and the same with the questions. If you're nervous, rehearse it. Maybe rehearse it with a friend. Record yourself, see what makes sense. How do you do this the best way possible? A small tip here at the end would be to make sure to stand up and smile while you speak. It's so funny that you can actually, when you speak with someone on the phone, even though you're not watching them, you can hear a difference in their voice if they're smiling. So remember, when you call people, smile and stand up, because there's more energy in our voice when we're standing. That was my 3 reasons for you to call before you send your material. And then remember, also use the information you're getting in your material, because otherwise it might be okay, but they still get your name and they kind of know and you're left a good impression, but you want to take it that step further. So about 10% call. So if 100 people apply, 10 people have called. Out of those 10% or 10 people, 5 of them call and leave a bad impression. So there's 5 people left leaving a good impression. Out of those 5 people, only 1 or 2 of them actually use the information they got in their material. So think about this, only 1 to 2%. Be that 1 to 2%. Be that person who does this. It will really, really help you out in your application process and getting you those interviews. So for me, have an amazing day and good luck with your job search.